Hi everybody, my name is Melissa and welcome to my channel. So I am doing my favorite books of the spring months. So I have been doing this kind of series for about a year now, I want to say, or it's about to be a year. So each of the seasons I talk about around 5 books that I absolutely adored that I read in those months. And yeah, basically I have a few books that I want to talk about. Normally I talk about 5, but I have a little bit more, so just bear with me. I did recently do the mid-book freakout tag or mid-year book freakout tag. I will leave that link down below. A couple of these books are repeats, but I do have some new ones that I want to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first book I want to talk about is one of the longest books that I've read so far this year, and that is going to be House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I was really surprised by this book. I mean, don't get me wrong, this book is very, very similar to a lot of the other books she writes, except for the fact that this is adult fantasy. It has a lot more adult situations that are happening. It's a little bit darker, and I absolutely adored this book. There's a slow burn romance that nothing happens until like page 500, and yeah, it's just really, really good, and I was very surprised by it. So this is about a girl named Bryce, and her best friend is a werewolf. She's about to be the leader of the werewolf clan or whatever it is, and something happens. Her best friend is murdered, and she takes it upon herself to find out who killed her best friend. She ends up getting help from this guy named Hunt, who is an angel, and they pair up together and work to find out what's going on in the city, why her best friend was murdered, and all that good stuff. What I found really interesting is she works for someone who deals with unique artifacts. This book is heavy on politics as well. It has like great action scenes. This is a city like none other than I've seen before personally in my reading. So Crescent City has a bunch of different magical creatures living there. There's ghosts, werewolves, all different kinds of things, and yeah, one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year. A lot of fun. Definitely can't wait till the new one. Even though this book is really, really long, it was a lot of fun. So this next book is most likely going to be my favorite book of the year of 2020 unless something crazy happens, but The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, one of my favorite books ever. So this is a queer fantasy story following a man named Linus. He works for this group that basically kind of goes and checks out these magical children and the orphanages that they live in. So Linus goes in, audits the caretakers and the children that live there, basically seeing if they are able to still function the way that they are doing it, or if they're doing things wrong. He is very separated from his work. He doesn't let his emotions get to him, and that's the reason why he's chosen for this special project. And he has to go to this house that is kind of like in the middle of nowhere, and not a lot of people know about it. It houses some of the most dangerous children, and he is sent there to kind of see if they are worth still being there and all of that good stuff. I love this so much. I listened to it as an audiobook and read it physically around the same time, and oh my goodness, the voices that this actor does just really comes to life, and I absolutely adored each and every one of the children. They have such huge personalities, and I love this character arc that our main character goes through and how he finds, you know, himself and acceptance and all these different things. So yes, absolutely adore this book. One to pick up for sure. Do it. This next book is one that I did mention in my mid-year book freakout tag, but I still really love it, and I was so happy to be back in this world, and that is Vile Wicked Eyes by Candace Wandrak. This is a series, a 3-book series now with this novella. It's like 3.5, about this one girl who's obsessed with serial killers, and basically, you know, she writes this blog about serial killers and attracts serial killers, obviously, and just kind of snowballs from there. This is one of my favorite reverse harem series that I've read. I don't know why, maybe because it was one of my first truly dark series. I just really enjoyed it, and has led to other books that are set in the same world that she writes, which I really do enjoy. So this novella is kind of a continuation of that, and you see where they are after all of the craziness that happened in the first 3 books. I really did enjoy being back with these characters and seeing more of the world, and seeing other characters from the other 2 series kind of cross into this one. So that was a lot of fun to see. And if you want to read a dark reverse harem book series, check this one out. I really did enjoy it. The next book I'm going to talk about is Learn My Lesson by Katie Robert. This is a great fun book series that basically takes these Disney villains and one makes them the romantic heroes and different things like that. So these are dark BDSM type books and I absolutely adore it. This is the second book in the series. The first one follows Jafar and Aladdin. This second one follows Meg, Hades, and Hercules, that's right. So this is a male-male, female romance, lots of fun, lots of steam, really enjoyed it. So to talk really quickly about this book, I don't want to give too much away since it's a little bit shorter. Basically, Meg and not Hercules, Hades, are in this relationship and they've been together for quite a long time and they have been drifting apart. So some reason Hercules comes into the picture and kind of maybe is the glue that brings them back together. Such a fun book and series. I think I've skipped the third one and then I read the fourth one, which is another like male-male, female romance. Loved that one too, but yeah, this one definitely has to be my favorite that I've read out of the 3 books of this series so far. And another book by Katie Robert, of course, made this, and this is Your Dad Will Do. So both of these books I read for the Smut-a-thon back in like April. So this is a, basically if you take Birthday Girl, remove most of the plot and just have a bunch of smut. This is a very short book, a lot of fun. You start off with the main character knocking on her ex-boyfriend's dad's door to kind of get revenge, and they end up obviously in a relationship. So this book is perfect for people that like, you know, the quick go-to-it action-y type smutty books, as well as daddy kink. You have the older man, younger woman, all of that good stuff. Absolutely adore this author and everything she writes. It just is really good and definitely worth every penny that I have paid for all of these. So the next book that I want to talk about is one that I don't think I've mentioned on my channel. Maybe I did, but it was a buddy read that I read back in May, at the beginning of May, before my huge book slump. So that is going to be The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. This is a standalone young adult fantasy book that I really did enjoy. So the main character, she is kind of basically going into the court and to where the Shadow King is, and her goal is to kill him and like take over. So this author, I absolutely have adored every single book that she has written. She's written The Daughter of the Pirate King, as well as like a Viking-esque tale, and then this one. So absolutely adored this one. I sped through this book. I probably read it really quickly, maybe in a day-ish or so. This is a very fast-paced young adult book that has some court politics, you have romance, you have all of that good stuff. Really enjoyed this one, full of action, and yeah, if you haven't picked it up, definitely do. Really quick, short, standalone. A lot of fun. So the last book I'm going to talk about is Feisty by Candace Wondrak. This is a reverse dark harem high school bully romance. Yes, lots of tropes go into this book. I've read the first 2. The third one I believe is coming out August 1st. Very excited about that, but I read these books so quickly, devour them, because I absolutely love her dark romances that she does, and I'm really excited to see how this one ends. So basically this main character, she goes to live in this new town, kind of uprooted from everything and everyone, doesn't really know why, and she ends up at this new school and yeah, makes some new friends. Some of them are better than others and some of them are darker than others, and it's just really good. So yeah, one of the better dark high school bully reverse harem romances that I've read in a while, and I'm very excited for the third one to, you know, be on my Kindle when it does come out. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching my favorite spring books video. This is one that I absolutely love to do each season and kind of like wrap up my final thoughts on the few books that I really adored and loved. So if you have any thoughts or opinions or any recommendations for me, I would love to chat about it and talk about it in the comments down below. And I hope you have a great day and happy reading. Bye!